Let's look at absolute maximum and minimum. So let f of x equal 3x squared plus 12x minus 5 on negative 4 to 1. And we want to find the absolute max and minimum. So the max and min will happen at a critical value. Critical value means the derivative is 0 or undefined. Or the max and the min could happen at the endpoints. So let's start by taking our function f of x and let's find f prime of x so we can find the locations where the derivative is equal to 0 or undefined. So taking the derivative of 3x squared, the 2 drops down, that becomes a 6x. Taking the derivative of 12x is going to leave me with just 12. If I set this equal to 0 to find the critical value and solve, I'll subtract 12. I'll divide by 6. I have a critical value of x equals negative 2. So let's make a table with all those points. So I'm going to make a table with my x values and my f of x values. I'm going to check my endpoints, negative 4 and 1. I'm always checking the endpoints. And I'm going to check that critical value, negative 2, which fell between those ending points. And I'm going to plug those values into the function to find the y value. So I'm going to pause and pull up Desmos to do so. Okay, I've got my Desmos open, so I'm typing in my function f of x equals 3x squared plus 12x minus 5. I'm going to hit the gear to make a table, and then I'm going to hit the table. And the values that I want to check are negative 4, negative 2, and 1. So I'm going to type in those numbers into my function, negative 4, negative 2, and 1. And it looks like they spit out corresponding y values of negative 5, negative 17, and at 1, it's 10. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking at this function, and I'm only going to be looking at it from here to here, those green dots. So in the table, I can see that it goes down to my absolute minimum here, and then it comes back up there. So for this interval, the maximum is the largest value. So the max is happening at that spot 110. And the minimum is happening at the smallest spot. The smallest spot is the negative 2, negative 17. So again, to find these absolute maximum and minimums on an interval, I'm going to check the endpoints. In this case, this right endpoint, this 110 was my highest value. And I'm going to see if there's anything interesting happening between those endpoints. I find critical values to determine the numbers that I should be checking as potential maximums and minimums. Again, my max happened at a value of x equals 1. The maximum value was 10. The minimum happened at an x value of x equals negative 2, and the minimum value was negative 17. So derivatives can be used for finding maximums and mins.